what's the olden term? My ears lowered. I took a before picture of what it looked like when my Jufro was still on top of my head, and my Jufro was also on the back of my neck. See, most of us, I remember, and I've gotten flack for this for whatever odd reason. I call myself, for the sake of humor, if that's not lost on our country entirely just yet, I refer to myself in jest as a Jubian prince. Okay? Somebody once came at me for using that term, assuming that it was some sort of appropriation or derogatory. Yo, thank you, Big Cat. That's what's up, dog. I'm probably at the same place you go to, truth be told. Maxwell, yo, Cindy, my son's life mattered, sweetheart. It's so good to see you. DJ Pooh, that's a G right there. Okay, that's a man of his word and honor. Okay, so, and Millbilly, geez, man. It's always refreshing, I'll tell you. Okay, this is the positivity. This is how I'm able to keep doing this thing. My gratitude is forever. Hey, Queen Survivor. Okay, all right. So I'm all sappy and I'm forgetting the whole reason. No, I have not. All right. So what I was saying first and foremost is I was once accused, and I'm not dredging up any drama, I promise, of appropriating or somewhat something to do with African Americans for me. Hi, Crystal. For me saying that I'm a Jubian prince. I didn't say, nobody ever said Nubian. Jubian. Why? Because I am half Jewish. What's up, all things independent? And villainess cupcake, villains. And I am also half Colombian, okay? But in the Jewish tradition, you must be of the blood of the Jew, or do you, basically, your mother has to be Jewish for you to be accepted amongst the tribe. And that's not the case for me. And my mother is Colombiano, hence me being raised Catholic. So, please, in the future, anybody that wants to accuse me of cultural appropriation or being racist, which is my favorite, please remember the source of the joke is that I'm a mix, a mutt. I'm an American, Jewish, Colombian, and therefore, LOL, Jubian prince, okay? So, put your panties back on or something to that effect. Now, I'm here for this reason right now. First off, I wanted to check out the lowering of the ears and make mention before I do the official live today from my actual studio, and I will talk about there's a lot of topics, and I was in the barbershop on the news while I was typing my last community post about reaching out to CanCon today, which I am going to do because he's always in the know. And I just saw, before I heard everything on the news, well, what I heard, Xi Jinping, China, and Putin, Vladimir Putin, our homeboys over there are getting really, really cozy, apparently. And the first thing I saw, and I assumed it was nonsense, I assumed it was maybe clickbait or filler or another method of distraction. I gotta say hello to D-Libby. Hello, D-Libby. Louder with Crowder. Somebody, like that whole thing within the conservative network, more distractions and destroying any unification. It was upsetting what happened between the Daily Wire and Crowder. And I don't know who was right and who was wrong really anymore. But to me, it was just another way. Like, we can't have even the conservative or the right, like, on one side. There has to be something. There always got to be something to divvy up any one side. Because the more tribalistic we are, the more fractured we are, the far easier it is to make us turn on our own and be willing to strike our neighbor and our own countrymen instead of holding our government accountable. That disgusts me. And on the left, I mean, man, look, I've heard people say, oh, he was never a progressive. Go look. I mean, I don't know if they're still there, but I'll put them all back there. Of me talking about when I was working for the Bernie Sanders campaign, okay? Why am I clarifying this? For the sake of a reputation on an internet platform. Learned a lot of lessons this day and age. So what I saw on Crowder, he's actively discussing with a crowd of about 39,000 people watching. And I hope the mainstream media, the enemy, the people beholden to stockholders, shareholders, and Halliburton, and Big Pharma, and the government, well, we know that they have no audience anymore. People are relying on independent thinkers to tell us the truth because we cannot trust any mainstream outlets. The narrative, it's so transparent, it's so obvious. So I see Louder with Crowder is talking about Donald Trump might get arrested, and I find this very shocking, or maybe not. Here's what I was thinking. Okay, out of the blue, recently I decided to listen to Donald Trump speaking at, I guess he's doing his rally thing again. And not yet Mockingbird. So CanCon and I came up with a nickname for like modern day Mockingbird. And we called it at his show Operation Blue Falcon, which is apparently a derivative of like a Marine term. And I want to be very, very easy on misspeaking anything to do with the military. So, but that's a la CanCon, that's a combat Marine veteran, and he calls it Operation Blue Falcon. Mockingbird is the government and the media working hand in hand and just spitting out propaganda to us, we the people, the citizens. Thanks, No Bad Days. Appreciate it. It's good to be back, to be honest. I was actually really reluctant, and I started to fall in love with not being on here because there's a lot of nonsense, but the onus, my big words, heard somebody that pays more attention to me and reacts to my videos than perhaps their own life and family, talking about how I use big words. Oh, that wounds me deeply. But anyway, no, I was going to say, what is it? The onus is on us for something or another. See, real time, this is live, gotta get with it. So I was watching Trump speak, as in currently. I was very curious. I remember the power his rallies had back when the media was mocking him, speaking of Mockingbird. And, you know, at the same time, remember, I was actively watching Bernie Sanders for my inspiration. But now, this was like I don't know how to explain this, because it's conflicting emotions, because I was indoctrinated to hate anybody like Trump. But I listened to one of his very, very recent, like maybe a couple days ago, rallies, and his talking points, and holy crap, the man got me. The things he's talking about and bringing to the attention of the American people are actual, factual, real issues. Thank you. What's up, yo, man? And thank you, Insanity. I cannot hate on the guy. Like, I was honestly shocked, stunned, that I agreed as much as I did with the points. Matter of fact, I immediately copied the link and shared it to my little box where I keep all the topics I want to share with the good people over here on this platform while we still can, because idiots on YouTube are going to let or force the hand of a stupid administration like our current one, and we're gonna lose our free speech on YouTube if the fuckery continues. We are the doxing, the use of children on platforms. These are gonna be easy reasons for and a justification for a draconian current sitting administration that nobody likes to use these examples to virtue signal that they're doing good for goodness sake, that they're doing it for the greater good. I got a respective, this is going to be a shout out, I suppose, despite the past. And you know, I'm big on second chances, fuck it, fourth chances. It's the human condition. We're going to fail forward, you know, accept that we're imperfect, we're flawed, mistakes are going to happen. So whatever. Breaking Fetters and I, a month ago, we're not the same as we are today. We are able to have civil discourse and discussions. So I'm glad that regardless of everything, we're able to focus on being civil now. And that's going to be important moving forward, especially with everything at stake in the country. And as Maxwell pointed out on my last community post, things are severe. And the whole narrative of Trump now it's being thrown around on the media that he might go to jail. I don't know enough about this, so now I got to do more research before I do the official live. I need to have all my ducks in a row. I got the audio fixed. And Mr. President, Birthday Chat Supervisor Justin Roaring, I don't know, you're not here today. I'm still looking for the mic top, man. I got the stand, I got the box. I can't find the top of the mic. So send it to you. Please check out birthday chat supervisor Justin Rorian's channel. The man is, his voice is his lifeline. So please show your support for support's sake, for goodness sake. So, damn, I went on a diatribe. What I really came here to say was how we need to prioritize, and I guess all the things kind of fell into place. But let me briefly speak on, I guess, more personal things. The past 2-3 days, I've had yesterday off and today off. There is a woman, we got the same birthday. We've known each other for years. I cannot share anything more because I respect her privacy. I helped convince her to take the steps necessary. It doesn't sound selfless when you go on a platform and talk about it. So I have to acknowledge that. But this is why I'm grateful for a platform. This is why I'm just grateful in general. I'm not the one to look up to when it comes to addiction or mental illness. I have my share, but I did help this lovely woman and friend. She's going to the hospital right now. She had reached out to me 2 nights ago crying at 2 o'clock in the morning, unable to get out of her vehicle. And she described to me everything that she was feeling. She referred to her prior time sober as like as if it was years and years ago, when really it wasn't that long ago. And she kept referring to it like she was a different person. Can I remind, for those people in the back, we fail forward so we can either fail again. It's about the fight and the journey, okay? The finish line is something we cannot pay too much attention to because it's not in the now. Okay, so it took some doing. She was afraid of opening up to her family. She was afraid of going away to rehab, but she has to save her life. She's going through a cycle that is fatal, and it's a cycle I recognize. When you want to just stay in bed, and this individual was getting to the point where they wake up in the morning and needed alcohol. And I'm just grateful that she is in the hospital right now, to my knowledge, and opened up a dialogue, broke through the wall of fear, and is speaking directly to the most important people in her life, family, and the support network she really didn't know she had. Now that is something I needed to just put out there in the universe for anybody that may need to, because you never know who's going to hear what. Which is why it's a lovely little poetic risk we take when we agree to open up to a bunch of strangers on the interwebs. No matter what's used against you, you put something good out there and you hope maybe something catches on. And it's cheesy as hell, but if you save, or if you help someone, you help everyone. It goes back to a Jewish proverb. To save one life is to save the world entire. And that's what makes the world keep on turning. It's life within it. So, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to read all this stuff. Cycles of, it's important to diagnose, not to self-diagnose. Don't go Google MDing all your problems and say you're solving them. But it's important to recognize and put a name to any of the problems that you are facing or feeling. And you need to have an outlet. I recognize, well, maybe this is not the healthiest, call myself out on that, but you all, and please don't feel like enablers, please God, you all are kind of my therapists. We share our dialogue and our personal anecdotes, and it does feel like something very close and important to me, to my heart, and to keep going forward despite any of the missteps or mistakes. Or you can't let anything from your past own you and destroy your present and your future. Nothing is worth that, and no one, no matter what they say, is worth that or should have that power. Nobody. So please empower yourself. Try to help yourself first and foremost. I refer to it cheesily as we are a garden. We must tend to our own before we try to reach out and water someone else's. It's a lot of advice I've taken to heart, especially during my brief hiatus from YouTube. And I did get to find joy in things that I lost the ability to think I was able to enjoy. And it's still a work in progress. Life is always a work in progress. Life is work. Work is life. And sometimes we need to assign or find a purpose to keep going, and that's okay. So speaking of, I need to take a trip, leave this barbershop. Shout out to this barbershop. Let me see if I see the name here. This is doxing myself. I'm doxing myself, guys. Oh, God. Oh, look, it's one of my trolls out there hiding behind the trees. Trolls in the trees, y'all. Okay, no, it's Magic Touch Barbershop. Hell yeah, Magic Touch Barbershop. Great people in there. Great vibe, atmosphere, straight up. TikTok, man, I see TikTok. I hate TikTok. It's destroying our youth like a cancer from the inside. And I noticed while I was scrolling, geez, I just go on a tangent on anything. I'm like the guy, squirrel! What is it? See, I see a person, and now I'm like, person! I was scrolling through all the apps that's on my smart TV, and I, for the first time in my life, like yesterday years old, saw that TikTok is featured now on my smart TV. What in the flying? Why? Please don't watch TikTok on your giant big screen smart TV. Please. And I don't know, like, we openly know this is one of the things that made me and commanded my respect from President Donald Trump. He was the first one, the first voice that brought to the mainstream's attention that TikTok is not in our favor and it's collecting our data. Now you can think about it and look at it like, yo, it's not a big deal. I'm just dancing on there. No, they're indoctrinating, they're grooming the things that get passed and presented to your children. Just, if you're a parent, please get on top of your A game in terms of what your children find on that crazy, disgusting little universe. I get it, man. It can be engaging, and like you just fall victim to the scroll. I call it scroll think. Like where you find yourself just endlessly scrolling and you've lost 4 hours of the day suddenly and you snap out of it. Like, what is that? And I look around more often. This is a conversation I've had with CanCon. He told me, Eli, I just realized how weak and vulnerable we all are, like as just individuals, because we're all so absorbed into this thing. Anybody, if they have an agenda or a mission to do harm, and the target is a large group of people, you can damn well count on the fact that these people are not going to be looking around for any strategic exits, let alone be prepared for an attack of any kind. Think about it. Think about how close we are to being cattle. It's more convenient to stay your ass at home and order McDonald's for $40, so we have agreed to fork over more money and do less for ourselves. We're slowly giving up the very things that make us independent individuals or self-sufficient. I just planted a tomato bush. Somebody else did the rose garden part. And something else, but it's a work in progress. Like, it just started yesterday, so, I'll take pictures later. But we need to really focus on self-sufficiency. And if you ever needed an anecdote of a reason why our government is our enemy, check how many states it is illegal to collect rainwater. They're more concerned about siphoning off us, the people, for profit than they are of keeping us in any form of health. But I hope if Ron runs, try to split Conservative Party. Oh, Snap, sorry. I have not actually, you just presented this is why this is so, this platform is a gift. And people with a platform should look at it as a gift. That is an idea. See, a lot of people, me being one of them, I want DeSantis, Ron DeSantis, we need him to stay here and complete his job. I'm so thankful that we have Ron DeSantis here. I get a lot of flack from my liberal friends. I don't know how many liberal friends I actually have left anymore, even though, they put on a nice face for me. God, and how some of them that they still argue, yep, the vaccine, the shutdown, and all the livelihood and consequences was all a necessary evil, so for the greater good, man. God, it's like defending the tree and not the forest. It makes no sense. I don't understand the self-justification, but I would love to see, like, the unkillable ticket is a Ron DeSantis and Trump. I think. I don't know. That is a worrisome proposal that you have offered, that if they ran against each other, I think that would be quite a fraction. Hey, Mishka, I sent you an email just now. I just responded to you. Thank you for everything that you have done. Same to Queen Survivor. She is literally like a guardian angel, Valkyrie, the lifeline. A lot of you have been a lot of things for me on this journey. And Yo-Ming, even you, like, you've been real with me. Thank you. So, well, back to the speech Trump did. Like, he's just not, he's not the best speaker. But if you look past the eloquency of, like, how his candor should or shouldn't be, and stop judging off of how he sounds, and listen to the words and the ideas that are being generated and shared, then you might hear something that rings true and worthwhile, instead of just being, that's never gonna be my president, orange man, bad. He was bringing up parents' rights in schools and bringing that back, and how that's a priority. He made a joke about, and this was amazing to me. To me, he was breaking the fourth wall. He said, I could stand up here on this podium, I think it was in Ohio, and I could say we're going to be energy independent. But instead, all I got to mention is giving parents' rights back again, because let's face it, now in some states, your children, as low as the age of 12, can go and get mutilated legally. That's not a transphobic commentary. That's a reality. That's a fact. Children can legally get mutilated. I don't know how anybody can ever spell that or paint it in a way where it makes you look like one of the good guys. Advocating for the mutilation of children and just making such a crazy, irrational decision at such a young age. The point I was making is Trump said, like, that's what gets the crowd going crazy when I do these rallies. He said it. He said, I could say that we are going to be energy sufficient and independent, and then lo and behold, and there wasn't a squeak out of the audience. Then he says, yeah, we need to get parents' rights back to the parents over the schools, which is an extension of the government. And then he touches on some things that I'll save for tonight that I'm also in support of. Like, I'm shocked I've become the thing I started out on Stuck in the Middle with my brother Josh, fighting against. Yep, that's me. I was that Democrat that is reformed. And I call it reformed or like, I still have progressive values, but everything's so crazy in our country, in the world, that I just don't. The bigger things seem a little smaller because the smaller things have become so big. Like, I'm freestyling here, but like, something as simple as parental rights has now taken precedence over people caring over how and where we get our damn energy. Like, what a crazy world we find ourselves in. So anyway, I don't know what time I can commit to going on later tonight, but it will be from the studio. And let me not, I'm done with wearing any kind of mask here. Studio means my fucking room, okay? But yeah, I'm looking forward to the presentation, all the videos. I was thinking I was going to record it, but I missed this. I missed the real-time dialogue. And that's what's so important, is to keep the dialogue alive. Because if we don't, and we let the talking heads keep on talking their smack, we're going to become the very sheep that we thought that would never be me. That could never, you see all those people there, those sheep, laughing all the way, while in the meantime, the wool is growing on us every damn day that we go along with the status quo and don't raise our voice. I don't know what else to do than to yell into the void and hit the live button and share what I'm thinking in real time, and share the things that stick with me and make me wonder if everybody can think simply and rationally, why are these things happening? So there's always bigger things at play beyond our understanding. Be lions, not sheep. More shepherds, less sheep. Like our country, we need to take it back. And I never thought I'd fall on this side of the spectrum in terms of, am I a radical now that I have zero trust, zero respect, zero appreciation for our government, other than the fact that we have like basic necessities? I don't know. It's on us. If you see something, say something, and that goes fucking infinite for our own damn government. So, hey, what's up, Trish? So that's it. All right, I'm gonna go to where I don't know, but I'm gonna go. Maybe I'll get a spit shine on my new bald head. You too, no bad days. Thank you for your engagement here. Thank you to everybody that doesn't have fear and doesn't want to lurk and hide behind the bushes and is willing to speak truth to power, to say something out loud and proud and wear your name and your face. You're not just some account made 1 month ago or yesterday. Whatever the case, I appreciate you all, and thusly, I hope you appreciate yourselves. Take care. Damn right, Shane. Squirrel! Damn it, I wanted to